King Charles has returned to London from his country retreat, where he's expected to undergo further cancer treatment.
Let's go live to Europe Bureau Chief Hugh Whitfeld in London. His Majesty arriving by helicopter with Queen Camilla by his side again.
Yeah, Shervo, Nat, good morning. Their Majesties were choppered back to Buckingham Palace from Sandringham, then driven down the Mall in the Royal Rolls-Royce, giving people a chance to see their Majesties, the big clear windows on the Royal Rolls-Royce, giving people a chance to see inside and see the King and Queen. It is just over a week now since news of his diagnosis broke. The expectation is that the King will need to be here in the British capital at least 1 day, 2 nights each week for his treatment that is described by sources as pioneering and less invasive. Now, his trip to London each week will also be an opportunity for the King to meet with palace aides and see the Prime Minister for his weekly audience with the monarch. He will also spend much of his time, though, at either Sandringham or Highgrove, which is Charles's private home in Gloucestershire, with no public-facing events on doctor's orders for the King, leaving much of the work to Camilla, who's just been installed as an honorary liveryman of the Worshipful Company of Fan Makers. Now, when we say fan makers, it really is those hand fans. It is an organisation that dates back to the 1700s. This event taking place in Clarence House, where apparently Camilla says she has quite the collection of hand fans upstairs in Clarence House. So good for the Queen. Meantime, that Australian trip that we've been speaking about for the King and Queen that's been on the cards for later on this year, we understand that the palace is still actively planning that trip. It's all going to depend, though, on the King's health, guys.
Of course it is. Quite the collection, quite the title as well. Another robe for Camilla.
A liveryman. That shows you that's an olden days thing, doesn't it?
Certainly
for the
is.
Queen. Thank you very much.
Let's get the showbiz. Here's mine.